it's that time.
It is time for the babe of the week.
The babe of the week. So we weren't able to share pictures, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to share it on the yankeedates.com, and I'm going to just kind of, my phone and Amy's phone are about to make out.
Yes! Give it a little tongue.
I give it a little. So I'm going to show you our most recent badass picture that
By the
I
way,
absolutely love.
I'm heterosexual. Just saying.
and she's single.
I'm kidding.
So this is Suzanne, right? Hello, everybody. Suzanne is our babe of the week, and she is a Massachusetts girl, so she's the one that she has to close up her bikes for the winter. But isn't that sexy, man? And I'll tell you what, she owns it. She is like the sexiest person that I've met on a bike. Now, this is when she first started riding out. She still does own that bike. That's going to be our babe of the week, photo, just to kind of get you guys going, and you girls, like, she's like, look at that confidence, right? I love talking about the confidence when it comes to the babe of the week. So Suzanne, she's not an actual veteran of, like, VFW veteran, but she is a veteran of riding her motorcycle. This girl, this beautiful, beautiful woman has way more than 20 years on her with riding. You know what I mean? She looks like she's 20. She acts like she's 21 because we do. But she's just the life of the party. She's such a fun girl. We have a blast when we're together, and when I first started riding my own, she had already been riding for a while, and so I just want to share with you a little. I'll post that back up in a minute, but I wonder if we can just kind of put her here, maybe.
Yeah,
little
girl.
Suzanne.
Ooh, I saved her.
Oh, good job.
I'm telling you.
Little baby,
Matrix.
it's a little baby Suzanne. So
there you go. She's
So
there.
Suzanne had been riding for a while, but when I first saw her on her bike, I was like, oh my God, she is so cool. And Suzanne rode motorcycles when women just didn't ride motorcycles. Like, she was the only one that I know of in our town that rode a bike, the only woman, you know what I mean? So there was like little mixed stuff, like some guys were like, you belong on the back, what are you doing? But most guys were like, hubba hubba, how you doing? You know what I mean? Let me make room for you. And she owned it, she owns it. She is like, no matter what, good day, bad day, and different day, when she's on that bike, like, she just pulls up, and her bike, as you see on that green one, even on, the big street glide, or I think it's an electric glide, so I'll have to ask her now, but she just, like, the legs out, and she just, she just, like, was the full embodiment of empowering women riders, you know what I mean? Yeah. And she just, she taught me a lot, and I rode along with her on a bike run. It was like my first bike run. I think I had been riding for maybe a couple of weeks. Like, I had just started riding. It might have been longer, I don't know. But I'm going to say a month. I'm going to give myself a month.
Good girl.
But yeah, so I was riding for at least a month, or at the most a month. And in Massachusetts, like, these big rotaries, small rotaries, but rotaries are everywhere. And if you don't know what a rotary is, I think they put some in Florida. They kind of go around.
Sure
it's like where a bunch of roads meet up in a big ass circle. That's like one lane, and you got to kind of play the roundabout. Like, when can I get out? When can I get in?
They alleviated stop signs by doing that, so there's no more four-way stops. It's a rotary.
Yeah. It's like, and they should play clown music when you pull up to the rotary, because it's like, are you stopping? Are you going? Like, we don't know. What's the signal? There's no lights or anything. So we're doing this run, and it was a side-by-side run, like, it's like, and it's my first run, it's my first big run, and, she's on her bike, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm cool, too, look at me, woo, we're all feeling confident, and we go into that circle, and I didn't panic or anything, but I took the circle a little too wide, right? So she's on the outside of it, and I come in like this, just a little, and as I look down, I see, like, her foot peg is getting close to my foot peg, and I'm like, oh, crap, I'm gonna wipe out, like, the most beautiful woman in the world right now, right? And she's just like, I'll never forget it. She's just like, I see her, I looked up at her like, oh, I'm gonna hit you. And she just looked down, saw how close we were, and just went, whoop. And she was just like, whoop, in the middle of it, and I'm like, wow, that is, and she has a lot of time riding, a lot of practicing, but still, it's that confidence, like once again. And so I picked her as the babe of the week because of her confidence, because of her empowerment. Like she's just really the full embodiment of, you know, of a sexy babe of the week. You know what I mean? And she just owns that. She just owns that. And I gotta tell you, her riding style is mostly like she's basically a safe rider all around, you know, and confident rider. And she'll like go right into formation or right out of formation. But, you know, don't get me wrong, she'll like chase you down and, you know, flip you off if you cut her off or something like that and not even think about it. But the one thing that she loves is her riding style. It's like when you're coming from a red light or whatnot, right? She'll just open it right up.
Me too.
Boom! She'll be gone. Bing, 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 and her hair's flying and she's off. And when I first started riding, I was like, oh, I'll never do that. That's so dangerous. But now I gotta tell you,
it's the only way to ride.
Oh my God! Like if it's safe enough to do so,
my
man,
kid said
it's
something
when you
to me
open it
about
up.
it.
You know,
Yeah,
you're like,
man. Yeah.
And so she's wonderful. She does have a personal quote for everybody that's watching, which I think is also perfect for this. You know, whether you're watching it now live or you're watching it later, and it is relax, ride safe, and always be yourself. And those are like words to live by. That's something that she like doesn't just say; she lives it. She owns it.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? I'm going to share this picture one more time. Suzanne, she's our babe of the week. Thank you so much for letting us share this picture. I am also going to post it on Yankee Dave's, and we'll repost it on Facebook as well with her quote, which is relax, ride safe, and always be yourself.
Yay!
Yay, Suzanne!
Thanks, Suzanne.
Thank you, honey.
Way to go.
So,